Welcome to Digital Learning, an initiative of Directorate of Collegiate Education, Government of Karnataka. Eloquentia 1 is the title of the first semester General English textbook prescribed for the BSc stream. It is affiliated to Bengaluru City University. I'm Nandana NJ, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Malleshwaram. Uh, the topic I'm going to be dealing with in this session is in the language component and particularly the vocabulary unit, and we shall be dealing in detail with homonyms. The contents of the session are learning objectives, session outcomes. Later we shall try to see what is the definition of a homonym. We shall also have adequate examples. We shall also go for some practice exercises, and later we shall assess ourselves with the multiple choice questions. The learning objectives of this session can be defined as the aims or intentions that a student can look forward to. What is it that he can hope to achieve through the course of this session? So the learning objectives are as follows. Define homonym and distinguish it from related terms like homophones and homographs. So all these three are interrelated, but in this first session, we shall be trying to define what is a homonym and how to distinguish it from the other two, namely homophones and homographs. Another learning objective would be how to identify homonyms in written and spoken language. Analyze how context determines the meaning of homonyms. They create sentences using homonyms to illustrate their different meanings. Recognize the role of homonyms in puns and wordplay. The session outcomes. By the end of the session, the students will be able to do the following, at least if not all, at least part of it. Students can accurately define homonyms and provide examples. Students can identify homonyms in text and explain their meanings based on context. Students can construct sentences demonstrating different meanings of homonyms. Students can engage in activities that highlight the use of homonyms in humor and literature. Students can reflect on how homonyms can affect communication and comprehension. I personally feel vocabulary sessions definitely enhance the linguistic skills of the students. What are homonyms? Let us first try to define a homonym. Homonyms are words that are spelled the same and sound the same. They have different meanings, of course. And where does the word homonym originate from? The word homonym comes from homo, which means the same, and nym means name. So two words which are spelled the same, they sound the same too, but they have different meanings. Such words are known as homonyms. I have even given a small pictorial representation there. Homonyms are words that are both spelled and pronounced the same, but have different meanings. Now observe, there are two images there. One is the stump of a tree, and a part of the tree is being indicated there. While next to it, a dog, and the dog, the sound coming from the mouth of the dog is indicated. And there is one word which is applicable for both the images, bark, B-A-R-K. Bark of the tree refers to the outward portion of the tree, while we're relating to the dog, the action of it barking is known as bark. So the word bark, B-A-R-K, it is spelled the same, but the sound also sounds the same, but then they have two different meanings. One meaning being the outward rough exterior of the tree, the other, the action of the dog barking. A few more examples. I've tried to include as many simple examples as possible. The examples for homonym, the first one, pen. The first, I'm sure, as a student, the first meaning you will be familiar with is how you use it as a writing instrument. The other meaning of the word pen is a holding area for animals. For example, the pig pen, where all the pigs are put together, or a clear area where animals are held together. So pen as a homonym has two examples. One is a holding area for animals, and the other is the usually known or the most commonly known how it is used as a writing instrument. The second one, book. The book is something which you read, and also the act of making a reservation. For example, I read the book yesterday, the first meaning, and in the second one, book is I booked the cab or I booked tickets for tonight's movie show. Now observe the image on the parallel side. For the first word is saw. There are two meanings there. The word SAW, saw, is spelled the same, and the pronunciation also is same, but the meanings are different. The first one is saw, when you see something, the act of vision, the act of viewing something, SAW. The second saw means it is a instrument which is used to cut the tree or cut wooden planks. Second, bat, one refers to the cricket bat or the rugby bat, etc., which is used to play with. The other refers to the flying mammal bat. Bear, one is the usually known, the most cute teddy bear kind of a thing, or it can also refer to the live animal, the bear. The second meaning of the word bear is when you endure something. I'm unable to bear the sound. So here the word bear has two meanings. One is unable to bear the sound. The second one is it refers to a stuffed toy or also a wild bear. The last one, book. I booked a cab, or while you read a book. A few more examples are included here. I have added images so that the meaning along with the image will clearly indicate the homonyms. The common homonyms continues. First one, ruler. The first meaning of the word ruler is, you can see it is a small wooden piece of, which is used to measure something. So the sentence could be, I have a 12-inch ruler. While in the another instance, ruler also refers to a king. King Priam was a firm but just ruler. Second one, tie, T-I-E. So there are two meanings there. The first one, he had to tie her hands together. So maybe she was up to some mischief. So the act of putting two hands together and tying it up with a rope or a thread is known as tie. While in the other context, tie refers to the accessory that you wear upon the shirt. So I wear a shirt and tie at work. Can. Can is both used as a verb and also as a noun here. Gabriella can speak French fluently. Here, can refers to that she can also do it. While in the second instance, can refers to a can of Coke. The next word, rose. She has a rose garden. Obviously, the word rose refers to the flower, the most beautiful flower. And the second meaning of the word rose is sales rose, wherein it increased by 20% over the Christmas period. Sink. There are two meanings of the word sink. The first one, when the ship sinks, or that it doesn't float, but it starts sinking to the bottom of the sea. In the second instance, it refers to the kitchen sink. I felt chained to the kitchen sink. Watch. I like watching TV every night. In fact, this is the act of watching TV every night. And in the second instance, the apparatus you wear on your hand or the wrist to know the time, that is known as the watch. Nail. The key was hanging on a nail by the door. The nail with which you hang something or which you drive to the wall. The other one is the nail in your finger. That is known as nail. I have broken my nail, or I have painted my nail, etc. Ship. There are two restaurants on the board ship. That is referring to the huge ship there. The second meaning is a new engine was shipped over from the US. Now it takes a verb meaning, wherein something is sent from one place to another. Some more homonyms here. The first image, bat, there are two meanings there, as we have just seen. One refers to the playing apparatus and the other is the flying mammal. Band refers to people singing in a band, or the other one, anything that holds something together, that is known as a band. Right. One is when something is correct, you say it is right, or also you could indicate it as direction, right and left. Ring, the one which you wear on the hand, and the telephone ring. Fly, fly as in the plane flies in the sky, and also it could refer to the mosquito which flies. Letters, the alphabet, all the alphabets are referred to individually as letters. It could also refer to the letter that you receive from a friend from far away. Palm, the first meaning would be the hand, wherein the this part of a hand is known as palm. The other refers to a kind of tree. Pack, Pack would be when people come, sorry, the word is park. Park is when you park a car, when the car is, or when you park a vehicle, that is known as park. And the other meaning is park where many trees are there. Match, the matchbox, which you use to induce a light. And the other meaning would of match would be when two people come together. They are a good match. Mean, one refers to the quality. Mean is somebody who is very nasty, while the other mean is trying to deduce the meaning of the word. Rock, one is the hard rock found in the nature. The other word of rock is, it refers to a type of music, hard rock or rock music. Spring refers to a season, and the other, the spring, which is usually inserted in the sofa. Date, the one dates, for example, today is the 11th of July, that is the date. And the other one is date whereon people go out to, when they like each other, that is known as a date. That is more of a social event. Ruler, apparatus used to measure something, and the other is king. Tie, something that is wore over the shirt, or tie when people come together and they're tied by something. Now observe the second image. These are the commonly mistaken homonyms. The first word, stationary, stationary. One word, stationary, refers to when something is at as a fixed place. The sun is stationary. The second word, stationary, refers to pen, pencil, ruler, etc. All the ingredients put together are known as stationary. Next, wear, wear. Wear is when you wear something. He is planning to wear the blue shirt. Where is, the second where is when you question something. Where is the book? Further, farther. Further away, the lake is flowing. Further, to indicate a distance. Farther again indicates the same, but at a greater distance. Affect, affect. Again, affect is how it affects us personally. Effect is the climate effect, etc. Bear and bear. Again, bear is one refers to the animal. The other bear is when you open everything and show. Bear. Practice and practice. One is the one where you practice, you do something repeatedly. The other is the verb. The next is accept, accept. Accept is when you accept. Whatever happens, you take it in your stride. Accept is apart from that one, when you indicate something, that is known as except this one. Both are pronounced the same, accept. Principal, principal. Again, just observe the spellings at the end there. Principal. This one refers to the head of the institution, while the other principle, which ends with PLA, refers to ethics and values. Lay. The first word lay refers to lying down on the bed. The second lie refers to when you lie or when you fib, when you say untruth. This is the most important one. There, all of them are pronounced the same. There. The first there refers to something which belongs to them. Their car is parked in front of the house. The second, they are, it refers to when they are all together. They are coming towards the college. The last word there refers to direction. There is a rock beneath the chair. Next, it's. Again, it has two different meanings, loose and loose. The one loose refers to when garments are loosely worn. The other meaning refers to when you lose something or when you do not win. That is known as loose. Some more words are included here. Break. I need a break, or for the other word would be the break of the cycle. Buy, when you buy a new coat, and the other word buy is you use it as a preposition. Cite, see, the pronunciation is same. Cite refers to when you show where you have taken the reference from. Sit refers to the land. Cellar, in one meaning, it refers to the place where a person is imprisoned, and in the other meaning, SCLLER, it refers to a person selling something. Cereal, the one that you eat, and the other cereal when things happen repeatedly. Course, the pronunciation of both course is the same. It refers to something which is very rough in one context and the other through the course or a program. Allowed, one is when something is allowed. The other meaning of the word allowed is when it is spoken very loudly. Altar. One meaning of the word altar is at the church when people get married. The place where the bride and groom stand, that is known as the altar. The other altar is another, the option. And in one meaning, the word ant refers to the insect, and the other word ant refers to a relative. Eight, when you eat something, eight, and the other meaning of the word eight refers to the numeral eight. Ball, one is the ball with which you play, and the other meaning ball, again, that the action of balling the ball. Bond, one is wherein you, band. The one meaning of band is where everybody comes together to play some music, and the other meaning of the word band is when something is forbidden. Now let us go for some practice exercises. These exercises are from the textbook. Complete each of the following lines by famous authors by filling in the blank with the correct word. He simply sat down on the ledge and forgot everything. Accept or except. The word here is except. Except the marvelous mystery. I live in the Oakland Hills in a tiny house on a street so windy you can't drive more than 10 miles per hour. I rented it because the ad, a double D, that is the advertisement, AD advertisement, said this: small house in the trees with a garden and fireplace, dogs welcome, of course, by Pam Houston. I am dictating the answers here. The answers can also be downloaded from the study material pertaining to the same session. Francis wonder what advice ADVICE, a psychiatrist, would have for him, by Jean Shiva. The aid gets out of the way. AID. Aid refers to the person who is helping. Aid gets out of the way, picking her skirt out of the rubble of children at her feet, by Rosalind Brown. He seemed to want to recapture the cosseted feeling he had had when he had been sick as a child, and she would serve him flat ginger ale, ALE. It's a type of a drink, and toast soaked in cream, and play endless card games with him, using his blanket-covered legs as a table, by Alice Elliot Dark. He sat down and leaned forward, pulling the chair's rear legs into the air, 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 so that the waitress could get by, Stanley Elkins. The stewardess was moving down the aisle, AISLA, like a trained nurse taking temperatures in a hospital ward to see that they were all properly strapped in for the takeoff, by Martha Gellhorn. AISLA aisle refers to the space between two sets of chairs. Like, for example, in the aircraft, when you're seated on either side, the space in between is known as the aisle. Mrs. Parmenter laughed at his allusion. Allusion is a reference to their summer at Mrs. Tread's in Rome, and gave him a coat to hold, by Villa Caetera. In the long years between, she had fashioned many fine dresses, gowned gay girls for their conquest, and robed fair brides for the altar, ALTAR, by Mary Lerner. On a Saturday morning, soon after he came to live with her, he turned over her garbage while she was at the grocery store and ate, ATE, that is the action of eating, rancid bacon drippings out of small Crisco can, by Pam Durbin. The barn was bigger than a church, and the false fresh hay bales, BALES, were stacked to the roof in the sidemost, by John Updike. Her two spare dresses were gone, her comb was gone, her checkered coat was gone, and so was the mauve hair band, BAND, with a mauve bow that had been her hat, by Vladimir Nabokov. All this, by now you would have realized, all these are lines from major works of reputed authors. Without the shelter of those trees, there is a great exposure. Backyards, clotheslines, woods pile, patchy sheds and barns and privates, all bare, BARE, that is exposed, provisional looking, by Alice Munro. This was the time when outfields were larger than they are today, and well-hit balls would roll for a long time, giving runners ample time to round the bases, BASES, or for a home run. Deirdre Silva and Jackie Coney. The conductor had his knotted signal cord to pull, and the motorman bet, BEAT, bet the foot gong with his mad heel, by Saul Willow. Nancy held the cup to her mouth and Blew, B-L-E-W, into the cup. William Faulkner. A pigeon landed nearby. It hopped on its little grey red feet and pecked into something that might have been a dirty piece of stale bread, B-R-E-A-D, or dried mud. Isaac Bashevis Singer. He was wearing a new hat of a pretty biscuit shade, for it never occurred to him to buy, B-U-Y, anything of a practical color. He had put it on for the first time and the rain was spoiling it. Catherine Ann Potter. Let us have another example of homonyms. Here, you have to fill up the blanks with the correct answer. Again, all the answers can be downloaded from the study material. The sentence, at the end of the sentence, two options are given. You have to fill it up with the right one. The worm crawled into a hole, H-O-L-E. The other word hole refers to coming together. We love listening to fairy tales, T-A-L-E-S, stories. The other word tales refer to the part of a dog which wagging its tail. A butcher sells meat, M-E-A-T. The other meaning of the word meat is when you meet somebody. The boys have black hair, H-A-I-R. H-A-R-E means the kind of rabbit. Bread is made of flour, F-L-O-U-R. Flour, you all know the meaning. The yolk, Y-O-A-K-E, of an egg is yellow. Y-O-L-K refers to the embroidery work on the chest area on a fabric. What is the weight of this cake? W-E-I-G-H-T. That is, how much does this cake weigh? The other word, W-A-I-T, weight, refers to when you're waiting for something. The bus fare to the town is $1. Fare refers to F-A-R-E, the bus ticket. The other word, F-A-I-R, refers to the village fair. It is time to go to school, T-I-M-E. The other word, time, refers to a kind of a green plant. Our team has won the game, W-O-N, won. The other word, won, refers to one. Now let us have a look at tricky homonyms. Fill in the blanks with the correct word. We are not allowed to play in the bedroom. The answer is A-L-L-O-W-E-D. John ate his dinner on time, A-T, he. Anne saw a dash in the zoo. The clue is zoo. So obviously the answer is bear, an animal, B-E-A-R. Let it be. Only B-E, not the other one, B-E-E, which refers to a insect. Annie keeps her unwanted stuff in the cellar, C-E-L-L-A-R. Cellar refers to the part of the building or the house which is not frequently gone to, usually the basement. John wants to buy, B-U-Y, buy a new toy car. The air fare, F-A-R-E, ticket to London is expensive. Jim could not hear, H-E-A-R, hear the phone ringing. So to sum up, homophones are words that have the same word, sound, or another word, but have different meanings. Your and you are. Your describes something that belongs to you, while your refers to you're very smart. So I would love, let us try to fill up the blanks with either your or your. I would love to visit your home, Y-O-U-R, your home sometime soon. Let's go to your classroom, Y-O-U-R, your classroom, and help the teacher. You are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, you are going to help with chores this weekend. Is your homework finished? Y-O-U-R, your homework finished. Darren wanted to play baseball this weekend, but you are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, you are going to be away. Angie wanted to borrow your pencil, Y-O-U-R. I think you are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, an excellent singer. Why did you forget your, Y-O-U-R, homework this morning? Please don't put your feet up on the table, Y-O-U-R. I would like to meet your, Y-O-U-R, best friend. You are, Y-O-U apostrophe R. You are reading some of my favorite books. The dog accidentally chewed up your, Y-O-U-R, soccer shoes. This afternoon, you are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, going to bake a special treat. So let us come assess ourselves with the multiple choice questions. Identify the correct homonym pair used in the sentence. The judge will sentence the convict after reading the written sentence. The word sentence is used in two contexts. So the answer is The correct homonym pair answer is option C, homonyms. Both are used as homonyms. In the first instance, sentence refers to the punishment, and the second meaning of the word sentence refers to a group of words that have the same spelling and meaning but different meanings. Which of the following best examples the homonym in this sentence? She left the bass guitar near the bass pond. The options provided are: the words are spelled and pronounced the same, the words are spelled the same but pronounced differently, the words are spelled differently but sound the same. They are not homonyms. Option B is the answer. The words are spelled the same but pronounced differently. One bass refers to the instrument, the other bass refers to a type of fish. Which sentence correctly uses the homonym bark? The dog bark was stuck in his throat. She peeled the bark of the tree to hear it bark. The bark tree barked back. He brought a bark from the market. Answer is option B. She peeled the bark off the tree to hear it bark. The bark refers to one, in the first instance, the tree covering, and in the second, the dog sound. What makes the word current a homonym in these two sentences? The current of the river was strong. She stayed updated with the current events. The options are: they are homophones with different meanings, they are synonyms, they are homonyms, same spelling and pronunciation, different meanings, or they are antonyms. The answer is option C. They are homonyms, same spelling and pronunciation, but different meanings. Choose the sentence where a homonym is used correctly. He will lead the team tomorrow. The pipe was made of lead. They read the book yesterday. She blew the candle to blue. The answer is option D. She blew the candle to blue. Blue. In one instance, blue refers to color, and the other blue is the action of blowing air. The references used for this session. Thank you.